This year, the EV landscape grew with a whole bunch of new models like the Tesla Model 3, the Chevy Bolt, Hyundai Ioniq, or the e-Golf from Volkswagen. Well, to end off the year, we're going to add another one to that list. This is the new 2018 Nissan Leaf, the most popular and most sold EV in the world. We're here in Napa Valley, California to see what's new with the new Leaf. This second generation Leaf is built off the same platform as the original one, but is it ever a lot different? First of all, just have a look at it. It really fits in line with the other Nissan products like the V-Motion grille, and it has that floating roof type of design. Standard on the base model are 16-inch steel wheels with covers, but on the SV and SL trim, you get 17-inch alloys. On all models of the Leaf, LED headlights also come standard. As for charging, you can opt for, of course, the level 1 or 110 volt household plug, or you can go for a level 2 charger or a DC fast charging. But what's new for this model is it comes with a 220 volt charging cable, meaning if you have a 220 volt outlet, let's say on the side of your house or in your garage, you can plug directly into that dryer style cable instead of installing a full wall mounted charger. The cargo area in the back is very similar to the previous model. It's quite deep. This SL gets a Bose system. I'm not really sure if I like the positioning of the subwoofer. It really does take up a lot of room, and it kind of ruins that nice flat floor that could be had. The inside of the new Leaf, all new. First thing I noticed when you sit in these seats, they're quite high, which makes it easy to get in and out of. I'm kind of a fan of that. In the middle, you have a TFT display with an analog gauge, kind of a hybrid design. So it's a marriage, digital, analog, works very well. And in the center, you have a 7-inch screen. Now the base model gets a 5-inch, but anything above the SV trim gets a 7-inch, plus you get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay on those models. You also get other information about the electrical system. You have a backup camera with an around view monitor. Now one thing I kind of have to criticize on Nissan products in general, I really don't like their backup cameras. And I think it's just the quality of the camera. It's not really clear. And that's really apparent, especially if the conditions are poor, if the camera has water on it, or if it's at nighttime. I definitely like to see that improved. Down below, 2 buttons. You have heated front and rear seats in this model, as well as heated steering wheel, and that comes standard on all Leafs. That's a big thing. You know, we're here in Napa Valley, and believe it or not, it's actually pretty chilly here. A nice thing about having an EV is we're running right now, it's totally silent. Down below that, you have your transmission select, and in front of that, you have a new button or toggle called the E-pedal. We'll get to that in a little bit. Now, when you talk about EVs, the biggest thing everybody wants more of is range. So the 2018 Leaf obviously gets more range. It gets a bigger battery, a 40 kilowatt hour battery opposed to the previous 30 kilowatt hour. That gives you a range of 150 miles or 241 kilometers. We'll be driving it for the full range, but later on we're gonna have this car for a longer period and really test the range. Also new, a larger motor, 110 kilowatt motor opposed to an 80 kilowatt with 147 horsepower now and 236 pound-feet of torque. Now, most electric vehicles, that's what you want. You want that torque. We're doing about 60K right now, and you just push it and it goes. The acceleration is pretty brisk on this new Leaf. Now, one new thing that we mentioned when we were talking about the interior, that new button. This is the E-pedal button. So when you activate it, what it does, it allows basically one pedal driving. Now, a lot of other manufacturers have that. GM's got that in the Bolt, the BMW i3, the Hyundai Ioniq has the paddles behind the wheel. What Nissan's done with the Leaf, though, with this E-pedal is they've integrated the regenerative braking with electric parking brake. So when you lift your foot off the throttle, it will come down to a stop. Once you're stopped, the e-brake kicks in and holds you whether you're on an incline up or down. So it's very similar to the other systems with that added feature of the e-brake. Another addition is the Pro Pilot Assist, available on the SV trim and up. So what that gives you, it gives you all the safety aids plus some advanced driving aids as well. So it's the radar cruise control, the lane keeping assist, but it doesn't bounce you from side to side. It really keeps you in the middle. Now you do have to have your hands on the steering wheel. I'm sure it could work without it, but I think just for legality, they have to do that for now. But in the future, it's going to be fully autonomous. Now I want to touch on the range again. Like I've said in other reviews with some of the other products, you really don't need that much range. An electric car is not going to be for everyone, but for a lot of people that live near the city, or you might be commuting into the city, maybe 40 kilometers both ways, which is the average commute that most people do in Canada, 240K is plenty. I proved it with the e-Golf. With the 200K, I went for 6 days without charging it. 240K is a huge welcome addition to the EV family. As for price, the Leaf really is in the thick of things. It starts basically around the same price as a lot of its competitors at $35,995 for the base model. And it tops out on the SL that we have here at just over $41,000. And that is almost the same price as, let's say, the e-Golf from Volkswagen and the Hyundai Ioniq. The Chevrolet Bolt does cost more, but it does have more range. Earlier we told you the Leaf is the #1 selling EV in the world. In fact, almost 300,000 customers have proven that. So they like this car. And for 2018, Nissan did a great job of making everything better. You have more range, more power, more technology, better drivability, and of course the looks. And if the range isn't enough for you on this 2018 Leaf, it's being confirmed that the 2019 model will have an extended range option with a bigger battery. So if you're a current Leaf owner or you're in the market for an EV, you really have to take a look at the new Leaf. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more everyday reviews, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.